So a young man asked me, he said, "Hey, OG, how do you deal with depression?" I've been dealing with it for a while. I'm in school, I'm grinding, but I'm depressed. And he said, "I know you may not know about this, you're a strong man, but can you give us some advice?" I can't have the young people thinking I never been depressed. So I have to expose myself. For the past year, I've been dealing with depression. Severe, way severe than I've ever imagined. Usually I'm a strong man. And usually I can get over things. And my depression came because everything that I imagined, everything I envisioned came to pass and I wasn't prepared for it. And everybody was telling me, oh, pray and all this and that and everything, all this stuff. None of that worked. And I was going deeper and deeper and deeper. My mother's cancer free, my father's cancer free. Everything that I worked hard for, the fight and the battle is over and I won. Got a promotion at my job. Purpose and resilience is taking off. I'm speaking over here, I'm there, and everything else. And I wasn't prepared for it. And I went into a dark place, but I recognized it. And what I realized is that the mechanisms and tools that I use as a fail safe, just in case I hit dark, worked. And I hit this place, man. Bad place. And I had a challenge, I think my last one. And I found myself being a little aggressive. And the one thing I don't ever want to do is hurt people. I don't want to hurt people. And when I find that my temperament is changed or I'm seeking distractions, I shut down and I take a break. And I do a little bit, I do just bare minimum, but I don't make decisions. And that's what I did. So how did I get out of depression? How did I fight through this depression that I'm going through? How do I fight through it? And these are the tools that I used. This is what I use. The first thing I do is I don't do nothing. I don't make no decisions. I don't make nothing. I do nothing. I take a break because I do not want to be that person who still thinks if you run from it enough, if you grind enough, it'll go away. It never goes away. The problem never goes away. I do nothing. I sat down and I address and I write down all the problems. That's what I did. Wrote them all down. All the problems that I had, all the things that were going on that I knew that led to the depression, where I'm at, right? I don't talk to fools. I do not seek distractions. Prior to me having these rules in place, I would date, and he's going through that. First thing we do is we go date. When we're in a bad place, we go date. We just want to feel. We want distractions. We think, if we find someone else to help us, then it'll be the greatest, it would be great for us. And it's oh, wow, let me go date somebody. Let me go do this and that. I didn't date. And I knew something was wrong with me because the desire to be distracted was so great. I wanted to date somebody. I wanted to sit on the phone and talk to someone all day, all night. I wanted someone to give me attention. I wanted that. It was the desires was there, right? I knew I stopped going to the gym. I stopped working out. I stopped doing everything. And I knew that it hit. I stopped being on my purpose. I stopped doing this. And I never told nobody because I didn't want to have the advice of someone make me question. When you're in a lower place, the worst thing you can ever do is seek the advice of people you think you admire. Because the reason is because the people you admire may not be healthy enough to give you the advice you need to get. I'm not trying to hurt people's feelings, but a lot of the people online are dealing with stuff themselves and they don't tell you the truth. Shout out to Venus because she said that. A lot of them don't live the life that they really live. And so what they do is they use you to be able to make them feel better. And they start what's called self-destruction. They tell you some shit that know damn well that won't work. And it will send you down into an abyss. I never asked for what's name. Most people I don't even listen to. 99% of the people I don't listen to. And so what I did was, like I said, I wrote a list. I didn't go and get distractions. I removed apps from my phone. I blocked certain content from ever seeing it because I'm in a certain place of vulnerability. And when you're vulnerable in that place, what ends up happening is you become marshmallow. Everything gonna go through you. And so you're going to feel everything. You're going to absorb everything, all of that. And I did not do that. I knew if I listened to this content, it's going to start Operation Self-Destruction. I also put in place Tamika. I knew when the creator sent me what's the name, I was in a bad place because I would have destroyed Purpose and Resilience. When you know that you're in a bad place, the best thing to do is nothing. Don't date, don't be with no one, don't whatever, so you can be able to focus on what you need to do. The thing is that you have to look at the depression as a certain way that's stopping you. You stop for a reason, and there's somewhere you may stagnate, you may be whatever. There's something you need to focus on, and I needed to take a moment to focus on that. Not Purpose and Resilience, not anything, to focus on this so I can fix it because it's never going to go away. You're just going to be depressed after depression after depression after depression. And I didn't want to listen to some jackass man tell me that a man need to go do this. No, you need to focus on what you need to do for you and focus on what is making you depressed and remove it. So I hyper focused on things, right? I was going through a lot. I walked away from a lot of people, and I still do. A lot of people haven't heard from me. And I do that because I need to focus on who I am. I don't need to keep saying the same thing over and over to people. And no disrespect to people. Most people will not be able to help you, right? They're in a place themselves and they're just running away from the things that hurt, right? And the last thing I did was I went to the therapist and I took my blueprint. This is everything that I'm dealing with now. I need help. And a qualified therapist, not a life coach, not somebody who just went to take a certificate. And there's no disrespect to none of them, but you need someone that actually can help you because you may need to get medication. You may need to be able to go get this medication. If I would have went to go talk to one of these so-called people, they would have told me, oh, you don't need medication. You don't need none of this. Some of you may need that just to get you through this, just to get you through so you can fight. The key is that you have to fight. You have to look at things. You have to do things that you need to do in order to help you, right? I have my blood sister who has been dealing with depression all her life. She told me, hey, make sure you take your vitamins, your supplements. I put vitamin D back into my system. I started to walk again. I took a moment and I forgave myself for the things that were messing with me. Childhood trauma came up. Everything was attacking me at that moment. And instead of me running from it by dating, by drinking, by substances, by distractions online, I chose to face it. Now, it didn't get better overnight. It got worse, right? But it's supposed to. And as it got worse, I was able to see things differently. But what the best thing I ever did was I shut everything down so I would not hurt anybody. Because I did not want to be held accountable for hurting people. That is the greatest thing. I also picked up beautiful hobbies. I love making music. I love growing sprouts. I love gardening. I picked those back up. And I said, this is what I love. So those became my distractions instead of me going to use other humans to distract me. I'm going to make a longer video on YouTube, but I'm also going to tag some licensed therapists on this video and hopefully they can chime in to help you. You really have to get people in your corner. It's not about champion for you. People are going to say you can do it, and everything else. But if you don't feel that inside, it's nothing. And everybody goes through depression, bro, even me. And that goes for anybody. And this goes for man, woman, child. It doesn't matter. But the worst thing you can do is avoid it. You have to address it. And I hope this video helped. See you.